20 watts power backup, or let's say a rectifier backup system, is very common in the telecom area, right? We can find it in first the base station RU power backup. We can easily find it in the small cell power backup. Well, there's many ways to do the job, but you can see that in the market, most of the provider is providing a cabinet. The cabinet, they put the rectifier inside, which the rectifier actually is not for outdoor. It's an indoor rectifier system, and many slot, the typical rectifier, and then put the battery inside. Well, we did this job before, and we found it's so difficult to do the job. Why? Because when we're building the cabinet for the rectifier, like 2 kilowatts, 3 kilowatts, or something bigger, things very heavy, because the rectifier system itself is not small. Then you put a battery inside. Normally you will use the lead-acid battery, and you have to use 4 pieces 100Ah lead-acid battery. How heavy it is. So when we try to install that cabinet on the pole, we found it's really costful. You have to use some special way to put the cabinet on the pole, or sometimes you have to hire one crane. That's why we insist to change the way of thinking, to use the IP65 level aluminum enclosure to put our UPS system in, and then let's say rectifier system in, and then it's 2 kilowatts or 3 kilowatts level. Then the heat dissipation is totally based on natural heat dissipation, because the aluminum materials itself is very good at heat dissipation. On the other hand, your rectifier system or UPS system, you have to be designed based on the outdoor scenario, and it must be industrial level, and it is designed for the natural heat dissipation. Then for the battery part, there's many ways to do the job. First, for the capacity calculation, you normally don't need to calculate based on the maximum power. For example, you design the system with 2 kilowatts. You don't have to design the battery time based on 2 kilowatts. You can set up a number like 50 or 60% as the load, because you see that there's no system will run like 24 hours with a max power. Right? Second is you could think about to put the lithium battery inside our aluminum power enclosure. This is what we do, and this is our battery enclosure. Looks like it's a totally aluminum enclosure with lithium battery inside, and we're counting on natural heat dissipation. That way, to install the blade is much more easier, because it's not a cabinet. You can first to put the rectifier, the UPS on the pole. Then you can put the battery on the pole, and it will be much more easier. Not that heavy cabinet. Also, cabinet things is not something it's something I don't like, is because it's IP55. So when you are installing some telecom devices for the power backup, normally the environment will not be good, but the availability requirement is high. So when you're using a cabinet, for example, the fan system is broken, how are you going to handle it? You have to change the fan, right? But when the fan system is broken, if you don't know in the real time, it will be harmful for your devices and the battery, and it will affect the whole system availability, right? So then that makes the IP55 level a cabinet to build an outdoor rectifier or UPS system in the 2 kilowatts and 3 kilowatts level is not good. So that's some experience we have. So hope that will help you to understand this scenario.